Thank you. My name is Hallie Hamilton, spelled Hallie, and I am a representative of Nebraska Family Alliance. NFA opposes portions of the updated curriculum standards for human growth and development. I would like to point out that there are some really good additions to the curriculum. I think, remembering off the top of my head, there are increased focus on health and wellness for students. We think that's great. There's also a new section on human trafficking, and we've worked hard to combat trafficking, and we know that the task force for human trafficking with the governor's task force, has just released a study that has shown that 50 to 100 girls are trafficked out of our high schools every single year. And that's an incredible number, and that's the low end. They say at least 50 to 100. So I just want to thank you guys for the thought that you've put into this curriculum standards and your approach to broadening some of these things that we talk about. Many people are here today to discuss the merits of different types of sex education curriculum. But what I'd like to address is actually the opt-out provision. I attended the community forum held in October and had a very interesting conversation. I sat down next to a gal who I didn't know, and after talking for a little while, it became clear that I worked for NFA, and so we opposed the curriculum, and she supported it, and we had a great conversation about it. And at one point, as things were becoming more emotional, there were some people who were becoming very upset, and there was some yelling that was happening, and she said, "Why are people so angry? Why don't they just opt out? They can opt their kids out. Why are they so mad?" And it started kind of an interesting dialogue that we had about why people were emotional and whether that was legitimate or not. But I thought about it later, and it's true that the new standards have caused an outcry among concerned parents in the community, and supporters of the changes often point to opt-out as an easy solution. But using opt-out as a compromise for implementing new standards against the desires of so many will divide the district by creating conflict between Omaha Public Schools and the people it serves, parents and children. Opt-out policies can put parents and school leaders at odds. They force parents into the difficult position of removing their child from a classroom, and schools in the difficult position of endorsing material that parents oppose. Opt-out should be utilized only as a last resort when no other reasonable solution can be agreed upon. And according to the recent Omaha Public Schools survey, approximately 65% of parents said they were comfortable with some of the controversial topics that OPS is considering adding to human growth and development curriculum. But that means that more than a third of all the parents surveyed would be put in the position of potentially opting their children out of at least part of the class. Contrast this with the fact that according to the same survey, 95% of parents said they were satisfied with the status quo in human growth and development. Now, we all want our children to avoid high-risk behaviors that put not only their physical health at risk, but their mental and emotional health as well. This is not controversial. But issues such as abortion, emergency contraception, or abortifacients, masturbation, homosexuality, gender identity, gender fluidity, and transgenderism are controversial. On these controversial topics, there isn't consensus on what is medically accurate, nor is there consensus on what is age appropriate. Agreement on these issues is critical to the success and support of any sex education curriculum. When parents and schools are at odds, the authority of both are compromised. It is unnecessary for OPS to put itself at odds with up to 30 to 40% of parents in the district. No school should impose a policy against the will of so many parents. It's in the best interest of everyone, especially our children and grandchildren,
30 seconds,
that parents and school leaders in the Omaha Public Schools work together. Thank you.